Today, I'm sharing 8 beautiful ways to infuse your daily life with magic this May. Hello, my darlings, and welcome. As we move deeper into spring with its abundant blooms and increasing warmth, this is a wonderful time to harness nature's vibrant energy and bring enchantment to your everyday routines. Let's do some magical crafting. I've created a printable book of shadows page with an overview of this month's energy and 8 magic suggestions for the month. If you'd like to download a PDF of this Grimoire page, check out the links below the video. May mornings often gift us with magical dew, charged with the potent energy of spring's fertility. My first suggestion for a May magic practice is to rise early one morning and step outside with a clean cloth or small bowl. Gently collect the morning dew from flower petals, leaves, or grass before it evaporates. The folklore surrounding May dew is ancient and spans many cultures. In Celtic and British traditions, washing your face in May dew was believed to preserve youth and beauty throughout the year. Young women would rise before dawn on May Day to gather dew for beauty rituals, believing it held special powers during this first day of summer in the old Celtic calendar. Irish folklore tells us that May dew collected from hawthorn blossoms carried particularly potent fairy blessings. In some traditions, livestock were driven through dew-covered fields on May morning to ensure their health and fertility for the coming season. The dew gathered during the first days of May was considered the most magically charged water of the entire year, infused with the vital energy of spring at its absolute peak. This special water has powerful properties for beauty, healing, and manifestation work. Store it in a small jar and use sparingly in facial cleansing rituals, to anoint candles before spell work, or add a few drops to a magical bath. May brings us to Beltane, a celebration of fertility, passion, and the flowering earth. Turn your kitchen into sacred space with this simple summer meal preparation. Choose foods that capture Beltane's energy, such as honey for sweetness and abundance, strawberries for love and desire, fresh herbs like basil and mint for prosperity, and edible flowers to honor the season's blooms. As you prepare a meal, consider what you wish to draw into your life. Perhaps honey drizzled over fresh bread as you speak intentions for sweetness in relationships, or chop strawberries while contemplating creative projects ready to ripen. Add fresh mint to your tea or lemonade, infusing each sip with refreshing new energy for projects and goals. Scatter edible flowers like violets, rose petals, or calendula over salads. Each petal a small blessing for beauty and growth in your life. This is kitchen witchery at its most accessible, using ingredients readily available at your local market and transforming an ordinary meal into a celebration of abundance and manifestation. Beltane is one of the 4 great Celtic fire festivals, marking the beginning of summer and the peak of spring's fertile power. Historically, cattle were driven between 2 bonfires for purification and protection before being taken to summer pastures. People would leap over the flames for luck, fertility, and to ensure a prosperous year ahead. The Beltane fires were believed to hold the sun's power at its most accessible point, a time when the strengthening light could be captured and worked with directly. Communities would extinguish their hearth fires and relight them from the communal Beltane bonfire, symbolically sharing the collective blessing and power of the season. Even without creating a traditional Beltane bonfire, you can connect to the fire energy that characterizes this time of year. Light a candle at your altar or even a small outdoor fire in a fire-safe container if possible. Take a piece of paper and write down what you wish to manifest as summer approaches. Perhaps creative projects, relationship growth, or personal transformation. As you safely burn the paper, picture the flames transforming your intentions into reality. This practice uses the transformative power of fire, which reaches its balanced potential in May, to catalyze growth in your own life. A simple candle you already own is all you need to connect with this ancient element and the powerful fire festival energy of Beltane. Whether you have a large garden, a few potted plants, or simply appreciate your neighborhood's greenery, my fourth suggestion for May magic is a garden blessing practice. Take a mindful walk through natural spaces, carrying small offerings of nuts for the crows and squirrels, or birdseed for the sparrows and finches. As you walk, touch plants gently and offer blessings for their growth. You might softly repeat a simple blessing mantra as you move through the space. Perhaps something like "Grow strong, bloom bright, blessings on your growth." Or "Life to life, green to green, blessed be all growing things." Leave your small offerings in places that feel significant, perhaps where birds gather or near a particularly beautiful flower. Express gratitude for the beauty and nourishment these plants provide. This simple walking meditation builds connection between you and the green world during its most abundant phase. The offering can be as simple as a handful of seeds or nuts. The magic lies in your intention and gratitude. May is traditionally associated with hawthorn, sometimes called Mayflower or May tree, which blooms abundantly this month. If you live in a location that has hawthorn blooming in May, spend time near these magical trees. Hawthorn has been revered for centuries as a powerful guardian of thresholds and sacred spaces. It's deeply connected to the fairy realm, and folklore warns against cutting hawthorn carelessly, as it may anger the fae. The tree is known as a protector of the heart, both physically and emotionally, and has been used in healing remedies for heart conditions for generations. Hawthorn represents the balance between protection and openness, fierce boundaries and tender vulnerability. It guards against negative energy while simultaneously inviting love and healing. The blooms that appear in May are considered particularly magical, marking the peak of spring's transformation into summer. In Celtic tradition, hawthorn was one of the sacred trees often found growing near holy wells and ancient ritual sites. Sit beneath a hawthorn if possible, absorbing its protective yet heart-opening energy. And if you don't live in a region where hawthorn blooms in May, you can work with dried hawthorn berries carried in a small charm bag, or you can connect with hawthorn through visualization. Each morning, picture yourself surrounded by hawthorn's protective white flowers, inviting both protection and open-heartedness into your day. May's full moon, often called the flower moon, lights up the landscape when spring growth is at its peak. Create a simple flower spell to draw beauty and creativity into your life by gathering flowers from your garden or neighborhood with permission. Choose blooms that speak to your intentions: roses for love and beauty, daisies for innocence and new beginnings, lilac for spiritual connection, or any flowers that call to you during your walk. As you gather each flower, speak your intention aloud. I gather beauty into my life, or I call creativity to bloom within me. Bring your flowers to a quiet space and arrange them in a circle on the ground or a flat surface. Place a candle in the center of your flower circle, and as the moon rises, light your candle and sit before your creation. Take in the combined energy of flowers and moonlight. Feel them amplifying your stated intention. Sit in this charged space for at least 10 minutes, allowing the spell to work. When you feel complete, move your flowers to a vase of water and place them in your sacred space or on your altar. Keep them there as the spell continues to work until they begin to fade, and then return them to the earth with gratitude. This ritual requires only items freely available in nature and creates a powerful alignment with May's unique lunar energy. May's abundant blooms provide the perfect opportunity to begin a flower study grimoire. Spend 10 to 15 minutes each day with a different flower that catches your attention in your garden, neighborhood, or even from a bouquet. Look closely at each bloom's features, how the petals are arranged, the different colors and variations, the scent, and how it responds to light and touch. If you enjoy drawing, create a simple sketch or press a small sample between the pages. Note down the flower's traditional magical properties: roses for love, dandelions for divination, violets for protection, lilacs for spiritual awareness. Include your personal impressions and any intuitive messages you receive while working with each bloom. Over time, this practice creates a personal grimoire of flower wisdom that connects you deeply to May's floral abundance. All you need is a simple notebook and perhaps colored pencils if you wish to illustrate your entries. This magical study costs virtually nothing, but builds a valuable reference for your magical practice throughout the seasons. May's energy of fire, passion, and transformation make it perfect for divination work. Create a 7-card fire and fertility spread to explore what's igniting within you this May. Arrange your cards with 1 in the center and 6 radiating outward like flames or petals of a flower. The center card represents the spark within you, seeking expression this May. Your core fire waiting to be kindled. For my reading, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles in this position. The first card, positioned at the top right, reveals what creative project or passion is ready to ignite right now. The second card on the right shows what relationship or connection needs your fiery attention at this time. My Queen of Wands appeared in this position. The next card at the lower right illuminates what aspect of your physical world, such as body, home, or work, is transforming this month. The 6 of Swords appeared here for me. The next card is at the bottom left and reveals what old patterns or beliefs the Beltane fires are burning away in you. I pulled the Ace of Cups in this position. The next card at the left shows what fertile ground you're preparing for a future project. The 4 of Cups appeared here. And the final card in the upper left reveals the blessing May brings as you move into summer. The Hanged Man appeared in this position. Take your time with each card in your own reading, journaling your impressions and noticing how they relate to one another. This spread shows how May's transformative fire and fertility moves through different areas of your life simultaneously. Looking at my reading as a whole, I can see that my central focus in May should be on home and family. I should pursue creative goals this month, and that I should focus on removing stress from my life for better health. Happiness can be found after deep contemplation about what's causing discontent in my life and removing it, which may require sacrifice, but ultimately will be worth it. Remember, your magic practice thrives not in complexity, but in presence, intention, and genuine connection. I hope that some of these May activities resonate with you and that you choose a few to try during the month. Adding a few of these practices can create a foundation of enchantment that supports you as spring reaches its fullest expression. Don't feel pressured to incorporate all of these practices at once. Choose 1 or 2 that resonate most deeply with you, or rotate through them as the month progresses. May your May be filled with abundant blossoms, creative fire, and the sweet magic of spring's most fertile days.